Okay, so far so cool. This is how I like to see my first page. I like the blue with the purple. I like the black and white combined with everything. Yeah, and then from here on, it's, yeah, the word easy is maybe too high, but yeah, the first set is always, yeah, how it goes. So how do you think the color combinations look? So from here on, yeah, we are continuing with designing the paper, and yeah, so I think first I will do the pockets, and I don't think that this big page needs a closure. I don't think so. It's not particularly needed, especially it's on the left side. So this I absolutely love, the closure. That works fabulous. And yeah, I don't think it's necessary, especially not this big one. Alright, so I'm gonna continuing with this pocket, and then I decide if I want to do something here as well, or just a nice big photo frame page. I don't know, but let me first focus on here. I have this page, and I might gonna use it. I have no clue, but I definitely want to use this lady and maybe the Crystall Bliss, but let's see. I'm gonna cut this first. You always can use this. So this fits nicely here, and then I always can fill this up with what I just cut out. So what if I first, because absolutely I'm not going to use this one, what if I just cut this one a little out with this flower and this black butterfly, and then I'll just cut this. Just see how that goes. Just give it a go. Just give it a try. So what, and I do like maybe to use the dots as well. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so just don't be afraid to try things out, guys. Just don't be afraid. Not sure what I'm going to use, but the back, always try to use it all. Then we go to the pink. Just leave a little edge open. Just wiggle a little so you don't need to cut a straight piece, because this little leaf is also not straight. Alright. This you always can use, by the way, so just cut this nice straight off, and then this you can throw away, but I am the queen of keeping the papers. Not a queen, definitely not a queen, but definitely loving all the strips and straps. I'm just gonna cut down purple butterfly. There are no rules in cutting things. You can do it very neat or just randomly. Alright, this is the same thing, guys. I just like to keep this straight as possible so I can reuse this little piece. I always can use little pieces. Don't be afraid of keeping the little pieces. You never know where you're going to use it for. You never know. Alright, so here we have cutting things out. Just gonna keep cutting what we don't need. And then I think that this is nice for this big pocket. I don't know. Maybe you think, oh my god, Diane, please don't do it. It could be. Why not? Why not? It could be. Could be nice for a nice big pocket. Alright, try to find a nice underground. Maybe I will go for the a solid one. What do you think? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Completely purple. See, it gives completely a different look. I'll do the yellow one or the purple one. Just try to find a piece that you like. Just give it a go. Give it a go. Just see what you like. Alright. Okay guys, what I'm gonna do, so this is my pocket, my big pocket. So I decided to do some leftovers with the purple and the blue coming back, and then adding a very big booklet, which you can add loads of pictures or design paper on. That's all totally up to you. Now for this one, I cut down a piece of paper that fits completely as I'm gonna glue this down. But I'm gonna split this in 4. Well, first 2, of course. Then you are going to cut this down with 1 millimeter. Then you can check if you like it like this. Because I am still planning on using this. But then a nice little tuck spot. So what do you think? I think this is nice. Shall I do this in 2? Or shall I split this in 4 as well? I think that's too busy. So I like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to glue this down. But what I'm going to do is I am only going to glue down 3 sides to create one big tuck spot. Yep. Okay, there we go for this side. This piece I'm gonna glue down completely. Go. Okay, so we have our tuck spot already, but with this we can create a extra tuck spot. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna glue down this and here and here. I'm just gonna see this one. I also gonna, well, let's see. First the complete outside. This piece as well. Does not have to be too much. Let's see. And then, yeah, I think that's nice. Alright, place this down. So this is still open. I'm gonna place this down completely at the bottom. There we go. Alright, so if you put something in here, then you have this big pocket, but as well this in front. Alright, so you have 2 tuck spots. Cool. Yep, I like it. Just be aware that this is loose, so it's fragile, but doable. I like it. Yeah, cool. Alright, yeah, and then I still have this guy, but I don't think that it adds much, do you think? If I add this as well? No, that will be gone. So sometimes too much is not okay. So I'm just gonna keep this for another page. It's fragile. Fragile, the difficult word. Alright, so yes, I like it. It's fragile. Oh, this would be maybe a nice thing. No, that's too much. That's too much, and we don't like too much. Okay, so far, nice. I like it. Now let's continuing this piece, and then this beautiful big page is almost done. Cool. Okay. Yeah, and of course this we're gonna need to decorate this if you want. It's not necessary, but if you want, maybe photo mats on it, or you're gonna do this with the leftover pages at the end. That's also a possibility. I think I'm gonna wait till last. Alright. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so I'm gonna continuing doing this. Yeah, and of course the tags I normally always do also at the end. Alright. Cool. Okay guys, I will stop for today for this page. I'm gonna show you how far I am. So with all the little leftovers that I got from these papers, I did cut down these two, but I'm gonna wait till I know what I like for the bottom. And alright, so here we have our closure. This is what I have from this piece. So I started with this piece, leftover piece, and I glued down only 3 sides, so I have a little tuck spot. I did the same with this piece, leftover pieces, so I can create another little tuck spot. And then just this one is, by the way, a new page that I use, but the rest are all just leftover pieces. Same thing with this one, leftover pieces. And the same with this one. Fits enormously well if you add a nice picture on here. So that looks amazing, in my opinion. So I saw these leftovers in my trash, in my bin. So I thought, why not use this right away? Because these are the ones that I use for this page. So later on I can put anything what I want for the bottom. So that is for this one. And then this closes down with this closure. And then you just can flip this open. The big booklet, I leave it plain for now. Not sure exactly how I want to decorate this, but I'm going to keep this plain for now. And for these 2 tuck spots, I chose for this black and white flower. Nice big photo frame. The back is plain, so this fits nicely in this tuck spot. And then here I made a nice little booklet, which you can write something down, or you can add a pictures, 2 pictures inside. Front and back is covered, and then I have start today glued at the top, and then this fits nicely, I think, with all this. I'm getting in the mood with the colors. I was just afraid because it's absolutely out of my comfort zone with white colors, but with the black and white, it's just amazing. So yeah, I hope you feel the same thing as I. So what do you think about the first page? I like it a lot. All right, comfortable to get to the second page? Yes, of course. See you in a second. Bye bye. Hello, 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 welcome back. Let's go to the second page. This is what I had left from making my using my first set. So this page, and it's not completely done of course, but this is what I have left, so I'm gonna start with those. But let me first flip this over. And I told you yesterday that I still had many things to do still, so but let's flip this over and let's go to the next piece. Alright, first of all, I like to make 2 wide pockets. So it's not that difficult. Let's just see where the middle is. And then from here on we can, let's check if I have the correct size. It's a small 5.5. And this is also a small 5.5. Alright, so I'm gonna use, I think, the 160 first. Or shall we make the pockets? Yeah, I think we can use the 120 for the pockets. I think I'm going to use this way so I have the top left. Does that make sense? I think I did. Alright guys, so let's make 2 simple pockets. How deep do we want these? I don't want to make them too narrow, so I think a nice large one, a 6-inch. Because you never know if I want to do something on that pocket. And if you make deep pockets, then you have the chance to make something on that pocket. Alright, so my bottom hinge. And since we're going to make it a 6-inch deep, let's cut this. So this you can reuse later on. Let's make a 1/2 inch for the side. And then I think I'm just going to go for the 5.5. Or, oh wait just a sec, because it was a small 5.5. Yep, that means that I'm also going to make a small 5.5. So I'm just going to place this down to the 0. Just a little over, and then I'm just, let's check. Where do I want? I want a small 5.5. I'm just going to make a mark, and then I'm going to score at that mark. Then I have a small 5.5. Yeah, if that makes sense to you. You also just can measure, guys. You just can measure. I'm going to do the same. So 1/2 inch for the bottom. Save for later. Score 1/2 inch one side. And we're going to do the same thing. Score of make a mark at 5.5. And then I am just going to score a little shorter. Okay, now it's the time. Again, to decide if you want to make a notch or no notch. God, I always do love that. Can we make it a little bit more fancier than in the first page? Ooh, can we do something else? Simple but sweet. Because I told you I do not have any fanciness to cut out with the tags this time. But we always can make something our own. Those who follow me longer today know that you can do anything. You can create anything what you like. Even if you don't have any punches or whatsoever. You can do it by yourself. And I'm just going to see if we can make just a simple one. just a simple one. Alright, so here are the pockets. Just simple ones. Alright, let's just grab a piece to play with. Now, for those who definitely do not have any punch, there is one tag that has a round piece. Okay, I'm gonna recreate that round piece. Let's recreate that. Okay, let's fold this double. I have no idea, by the way, how wide this is. This is a 1/3/4. Just for those who wants to know. Let's fold this double. Let's cut this shape on the other side as well. Gotta try to be as neat as possible. See, then you already have a nice round shape. Sometimes I just use an old file if I was not completely straight with my cutting. Okay, you just can adjust that. Alright, see, so now it is a nice round one. Let's grab another playful thing. Let's create the middle. Not actually necessary, but you never know. And I'm gonna make a 1/2 inch, just to, maybe it's needed, I don't know, 1/2 inch and a 1 inch, so I can be nice and straight. Alright, let's give this a go. What if, and normally you would say I'm gonna do this, but what if we do the first one just this direction? I'm gonna go till the half inch. I'm just gonna test things out. Let's turn this around. No, I'm just gonna make, I'm gonna make another one. And I'm gonna go for another one. Go with the flow. I can change it as many times as I want. Alright, so now you have these. This is always nice. But I want, let's create another strip. And I also gonna score 1/2 inch. 1 inch, I don't know if I'm gonna need a 1 inch, but just in case. Okay, I'm gonna do this again. Oh, I need my pencil. One more. I think the 2 is enough, but you never know. Alright, so I'm going to cut these 2 out and then I'll come back. Okay, I cut these out. Was I bluey? Oh my gosh. Let's see, this is a 1-inch strip. Still gonna use this piece. Let's see if I can create a wounder piece. Yeah, this is better. So this is a 1-inch. Just use your corners. Alright, I like this. Because these do not do that much if I put this on here. Then the curves are too flat. So what if I do actually need another piece of paper, but oh wait, I do have a white one right here. What if I'm going to use this? See? This looks so much better. So let's just put this on here a little lower. We're gonna redraw this. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna make just this round piece, but of course I want to have the same height. Wait just a minute. So it's a 1/2 inch. Half inch. So that's the height. Yes. Yes, okay, and now I would say that I want to do one more here. And I'm just going to keep these two. They still are in the picture. Alright, and if you don't like this, then you still can go with 2 of these. I'm just gonna see how that looks. Just draw something. I think 2 looks a little ridiculous, maybe even, but just, yeah, 2 is maybe not it. I'm just gonna see the picture. No, the one is okay, but 2 is a little bit ridiculous. Looks a little bit like 2 boobs or something. Alright, I'm gonna keep this with the 1. That was pretty much okay for me. And this is actually has nothing to do with a notch, but I will make a notch. Let me cut this one out first to see how this looks, because now maybe it is difficult to see how this looks. So we have a little curve here, a curve here, and then another round one, a small curve, a big curve. Okay, and now you just need to flip this over to see the edge. See? It's that simple. Yes, it is. I like it. Alright, definitely going to use this. But I still need to make a notch. Yes, let's flip this one over. And let's start with the middle. First want to know what the middle is. The middle is right here. Alright, I'm gonna start with this guy. Here we go. So that's a simple one. But of course you definitely want to make it a little bit more challenging. So I'm gonna make this lower. And then I want some corner piece as well. Same thing on the other side. And it's just an option, guys. It's just an option for those who do not have any fancy dies. Do I like this? Well, maybe the small one I don't like. It's maybe too off. Maybe I can use the half of this one. Just gonna see how I can use it. This is not bad for a notch. It's definitely not. But you also can, let's change it. You also can create this form. See, that is also very nice to create. And then making this a little wider. Yes, this is nice. Let's cut this out. So this goes in a wave. Not that bad for a notch. Oh, it's not bad at all. I might like it, but you still can use this shape. I'm just gonna grab one more because I don't want to throw this away. For those who want to use this as well, it's also very nice for a notch. So then we have 3 options. See, this one is also very nice for a notch. And I can show you even better as soon as we have the design paper ready. Okay. See, this is also nice for a notch. Alright, so we have one notch, two notch, and a nice edge that we can use. Yes, 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 yes. Just create it with this tag. Always just use your imagination, guys, and you can do this. You can do this. Alright, I don't think that we need this, but, and by the way, you also can use this if you want. So I'm not going to throw this away. You never know where I'm going to use it for. Alright, so let's go back to the pockets. And I think I like for this one, this notch first. So I'm just going to see where the middle is. I guess this one. And here we go. One notch. Two notch. Okay, grab your design paper. Which one? Well, we are at the bottom. So we're still gonna raise things up. Blue. I think I will go for this one. And then we can make it further with the pink. I think that's a good idea. Alright, so I think a 1 inch will do. So 1 inch for the first and 1 inch for the second. Here we go. Oh, there goes my strip. Cut this with a black edge. I'm gonna pick up that other strip in a second. I'm just gonna show you first. So we're gonna glue this down on the top. So now we're gonna place this on the back. Left, right is a small black edge. This is the same as your pocket. Here we go, and then I am just going to cut this off. And the reason why you like to cut this the same, otherwise you don't have exactly the same cut. There you go. Smooch the edges, makes everything so much better. Here we go. Not too much glue, you don't want to have too much glue under the edges coming. And glue this down with a nice black edge. See? That looks nice. Alright, and then we can decorate further, but first we are going to create that other pocket. But my strip is on the floor. Alright, let's do this one as well. Okay. Okay, before we're going to glue this in, you're going to need to think, do I want to add some more pages? Like here we have a nice big one that goes to the right. And I actually want to, let's see, here is the hinge. So this flips to the left. So I think we can make a nice big one that goes to the right without needing a closure. And if I want to add this opening till here, then it flips open as soon as I flip this page to the left. So what do you want? I'm gonna make it closed here, so I don't need an extra closure. Alright, grab an extra page. 160 gram I'm gonna use. For the big pages you definitely need some more strength. Alright, cut this down. And I also don't want to make two big pages as well, so I'm just gonna see where this goes. So my first big one right here. I'm gonna add that. Oh, of course, first you need to check how wide this is. I don't want to make it completely, so I'm gonna, let's see, a ½ inch shorter. I don't want to make it too completely to the end. So I'm just gonna make my mark where I made this mark. So I have a ½ inch left. Does that make sense? So yeah. Even the pocket will come out. That's okay. That's okay. Let's put that on the page. Here we go. Nice big page. Alright, now you just have to think. Here are the two pockets. Do I need anything else right now? You also can go up, by the way. You don't need to go left and right. You also can go up. So I'm gonna stay with these. I am gonna glue, let me first check. If I glue this completely on the edge, how much space do I have? Perfect. So I'm gonna start with the outside. So this is nicely on the edge, completely. Don't forget to tape if you are using that as well. Peel off the rest of the tape. Okay, and now we're gonna place that other pocket. Stay away from this fold line, so I prefer put this one right against this pocket. So I have 2 to 3 millimeters space away from that fold line. Here we go. Nice. Now it's 2 nice big pockets and 1 big page flippable to the right. Alright, so we have a page here, and then when this is done with showing, then you just flip this to the right, see, and then this will just stay wherever it's gonna be here. Alright, so what's next? Okay, judge me, because why did I cut this 1/2 inch off? Why did I not make a nice label on it? Okay, that I forgot. So why not just make one? Leftover piece. There was nothing wrong with some forgetting things. There's nothing wrong. Alright, just place this down. And redraw it. Alright. Find a piece of design paper that you want to use for this as well. Okay, so I'm going to cut this a little wider than my previous thing is. Let's kill. I do like to use this one, but it's not that wide, so it definitely needs to pop out. So maybe I'm gonna use, oh wait, why not using what you have, Diane? Use what you have. I can use this one because we also have here, but that's too much. Oh, I love this one as well. Can we not use this? Well, I don't have 2 pieces. I don't. I can use the purple one. Right. I don't want to. I just want to use this one. Yep, I'm that stubborn. I am. Alright, 2 little pieces we need. Front and back, so I'm going to keep this folded. And I am just going to put this down. And I'm going to cut it out. Alright. I'm going to start here. Then I can put my clam on here. Here we go. Replace my clam tool here. Okay. That's front and back. Erase your marker. It's very important that you keep your pieces front and back. Okay. Because you did cut the same, so they are the same, so don't change anything. Okay, front, back. Where is the middle? And I'm gonna make the middle of this one. Then I can place this nicely till the end. See? Glue this down. If you were having a perfect glue bottle. Stay a little away from the edges. Don't go over, otherwise it will bump into. Okay, and now we just can glue down our design paper. With a little black edge. And then of course on the other side we are going to glue this piece. And there you go. And then afterwards you are just gonna put papers on here, and so that will be in the way. But yes, this looks nice. I like it. Why did I not think of that earlier? Alright, yes, I like it. Okay, cool. What's next? Alright, so we have a big page, which we still can do loads of things on, but first, okay, here we have our 2 pockets. We can do something else on these pockets, like left, right, or up or down. Anything we can do, anything is possible. Okay guys, like I told you, you can do anything. If you want to add more to this, to create more place for photos, then stick with me. I am gonna do with a 120. Just extra flip up pages. We're gonna make this a slightly smaller than the additional pocket. Yep, same as here. Just, well, if you want to make exactly the same, then sometimes I'm just gonna fold, because I made a mark slightly smaller. And if you're just gonna cut this at your mark, then you have 2 exactly the same pages. That's no magic, but it makes sense. Alright, let's make a fold line. Just ½ inch. ½ inch. There we go. Grab back your page. And now we're just gonna go just a millimeter lower than this piece, and then we go completely to the bottom. So we can cut these 2 as well at the same times if you want that. Go. Alright, put some tape on it. Cool. Let's glue it on. And the other one. Wait. Yep. Yep. That's the only downside using tape. Still love to use it. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. So we have created just an extra place for photo. Cool. Yep. I like it. I like it. And yeah, you would say I would stop right now. Yeah, I will. I will. Otherwise I definitely needed to make here a fold line to create here just a little more. It's still possible, by the way. It is still possible, because what if we're gonna make 2 other pages that goes right here? Oh, why not? Let's go crazy. Let's see how that works. Let's go crazy. Alright, let's make a fold line. The more the better. That's my motto for this album. The more the better. Alright, 1/2 inch. You can skip this, of course, if you don't want to. Let's cut this exactly the same as my previous. I'm just going to fold this double. Same thing as we did before. Here we go. And now we're just gonna see if we need to cut this down a little bit. Yes, we do. Just a little bit. Alright, place this down completely to the top and then see how wide where this goes. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this equal with the other one. Yep, that. And then this one is going to be exactly the same. Ooh, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Nothing happens. Alright, place some tape on it. I received a WhatsApp message last night from a lovely person who traveled with us last week and told us, because it's a social app, told us that we were very lucky that we had so good weather last week in Sardinia, because now it is not good weather. It's stormy weather. It's code orange even. So we were very, very lucky. Like, oh my gosh, yes we were. If I see the weather right now, we were very, very lucky. But sometimes you deserve all the luck in the world. So yeah, very happy that we had wonderful weather. I still need to talk all about it. As soon as I am gonna start with the design, here I am gonna start with my adventure, Sardinia adventure. It's a wonderful adventure to share. Here we go. Yes. Alright, so now what we have is cool. Alright, one big page which is still not done. But here we have 2 extra pages, pockets, and another page. Cool, I like it. It's actually so simple, but yeah, I like it. And now I'm first gonna decorate this before continuing, because this is quite a lot already. So let me decorate this first. Excited! Alright, so I told you earlier that I have these left. So I am gonna start with these, just what I have left. And then of course my second set is going to join me. Alright. Put this away. I always try to use maybe nice image or so. See what we can use. You also can make a nice frame out of certain images. Always love that. So different, but let's see. What shall we use? Right here. I think I like this one. This one does not need it to use 2. I also can just use this. Yes, we can. Alright, stay tuned if you want to see me doing all this and with some chit chat about my holiday.